So how do you know what you know? This is a functional diagram of the human mind and body, or our entire learning system. You can see we have a selection of inputs that we call our senses, and our inputs function through sensory receptors that are embedded in our skin, throughout our bodies, in specialized organs such as our eyes and ears, our balance organs. We have receptors on some of our internal organs, and we have receptors in our muscles so that your brain knows where your limbs are at any particular point in time. And all of this information is taken in and synthesized and combined within the sensory cortex, so we have no distinct separate sensory experience. I know one of the things that you might have heard quite often is that a person can be visual or a visual learner. It's complete nonsense. You have no visual system that you can ever be aware of. Your entire sensory experience of the outside world is one unified representation of reality. It can't be separated into different sensory components, although we can become aware of a sensory stimulus such as heat or cold or pain at any particular point in time. In the middle of the system, we have some decision-making process going on that is so incredibly complex we can't begin to fathom every possibility of how that's going to work, but something is happening in the middle. And as a result of processing and decision making, those sensory inputs are turned into motor outputs through the motor cortex. The motor outputs will function in two primarily important ways for us. The first is in muscles, so skeletal muscles and muscles around your body, your digestive system and so on. And muscles do things. They allow you to act upon the world and take action, and then that action feeds back in through your sensory receptors so that you know that the action has been taken. So if you think about something like using your computer, when you click on a link on a website with your mouse, you feel the mouse button depress, you hear the clicking sound, you maybe see the link on the screen flash, and you see the web page load. So you're getting feedback that lets you know that all of those things have taken place, that your intention is being fulfilled. Now if you click your mouse button and you don't see the link flash and you don't see the web page load, what do? You click again and again and again and again and again and again and again, and you click your mouse button harder, don't you? Like on your phone, when you tap an icon on your phone screen, if the icon doesn't flash, you tap it again and again and again, and you tap it harder and harder. Because the feedback that you're expecting is not being returned back into the system to let you know that your intention has been fulfilled. And then the other important role that your motor cortex serves is in activating muscles that sit around glands, and glands release hormones, chemicals into your blood system. These chemicals affect all kinds of things: your behavior, your perceptions, body regulation, body functions. So between these two different internal and internal acting on external types of motor functions, we're able to act on the world, and through repeated action and feedback we experience something that we call learning. We have new experiences, we discover how those experiences work, how to predict what's going to happen, how to do things like boil an egg or catch a bus or type a document into a computer. And we learn these things through experimentation, through observing others, and through constant feedback. So if the only way that information could get into your head was through your senses and your sensory systems, then everything that you know must be represented as something that you saw, something that you touched, something that you heard, something you felt, a temperature that you felt, motion that you felt. Everything that you know must be represented in your primary senses. So how do you know what other people know? How do you know what I think about you? How do you know what I feel towards you? How do you know how I judge you?